on guys, this is Sixia Man Crypto and welcome back to another video. So today's video I'm covering KYBER, a on-chain liquidity protocol. A friend of mine, shout out to Jules, put me on this and he told me about a very interesting event that's coming up now. So I've actually been looking at this coin a little bit in the last few weeks. I have been keeping track of it, but my mate told me about this upcoming event, so it kind of jogged me to do a video about it because it's looking very interesting right now. So let me just cover the coin a little bit, what it's about, and then I want to cover some key parts of this new upgrade that's coming up right now, and then when it's actually due to release, and then we're going to look at some technicals for this coin. I say the KYBER is an on-chain liquidity protocol that aggregates liquidity from a wide range of reserves, enabling instant and secure token exchange in any decentralized application. So essentially what that means is it sources liquidity for decentralized exchanges and applications. And it's actually been very successful in doing that because, as you can see, it's now the leading liquidity protocol for decentralized ecosystem. If you didn't understand what that meant, basically, basically decentralized exchanges are exchanges that require no central authority. So it's completely automated, and there's no need for a person to kind of push any buttons. It's completely automated. And KYBER is a very integral part in this because it helps to, let's say you wanted to buy some Bitcoin and you had Ethereum, using this KYBER protocol, the actual protocol would help kind of find that Bitcoin for you within this decentralized ecosystem. And so it's very efficient at doing that, hence why it's so popular. So now that you understand a little bit about it, so it's been about for a little while. I think it's been about for about 2 years, and it's been doing very well since the year of 2019. And now they're coming up to key protocol upgrade, and that is KATALYST. Very nicely, they changed the C from KATALYST to K. Very nicely done. What is KATALYST? So let's scroll down to what it is. So it's a major protocol upgrade to drive participation and align ecosystem incentives. So the key protocol upgrade is meant for 3 key groups of KYBER stakeholders. So you've got reserve managers who provide liquidity for KYBER. So let's say you had, I don't know, 1,000 Bitcoins. You could then use that as a reserve, basically stake that as a reserve for people to use. So that's a reserve manager within this KYBER ecosystem. And then, so it affects the reserve managers, it affects dApps who connect takers to KYBER's protocol, and of course KNC holders who are at the heart of KYBER network. So let's go down to each one of them. So KYBER will introduce a new staking mechanism to the token model. And it will allow KNC holders to receive part of the network fee by staking KNC and participate in the KYBER DAO. So what is staking, first, if you didn't know that already? Staking is a process of actively participating in transaction validation on a proof of stake blockchain. So basically you're helping to validate the ecosystem by staking your coins, and as a reward for validating all the transactions, you get paid staking rewards. So if you had a stack of any cryptocurrency and you staked it, instead of like you not using it, you could stake it and earn rewards. It's basically like earning interest on it in a way, but by you staking, you're validating the network. So that's what they're introducing with KATALYST for KNC holders. And they're also going to develop the KYBER DAO, which is basically the governance, which helps to set rules, community guidelines, so you can actually stake and help vote on different changes. So number 2, for reserve managers, So for reserve managers, as I said, people that have large pools of the coins or any cryptocurrency, so part of the total fees collected will now go towards incentivizing those kind of reserve managers. And that will be based on how much trades and volume they facilitate for the network. So obviously that means the more they are active, the more rewards they'll get. And this is in the form of rebates. So again, more incentive for those people, incentives for KNC holders, and incentives for reserve managers, and also simplifying the fees. Now this is the third one for DApp integrators. So this is to incentivize kind of DApp builders, and they now have the ability to decide their own business model. So they're removing the previous fee sharing program and instead allowing these developers to set their own custom spread. So this obviously gives them more incentive to build because they can choose their own business model. So that's another massive incentive to create stuff, to create dApps using the KNT protocol. So I mean, so overall for the ecosystem, this will DApp integrators and liquidity providers will have much more stronger incentives and fewer barriers to focus on KYBER. So as it says here, KNT holders will benefit not just from the burning and rewards from the increased trade volume, but also by contributing to the many decisions needed for the long-term growth of the network. So you can see this protocol upgrade is going to do a lot in terms of incentives and rewards for the whole ecosystem, for the reserve managers, for the KNC holders, and for the actual creators, the DApp developers. So incentives and rewards all over, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. And especially the staking part is going to be huge because that's been quite popular as of this year and late last year. People obviously want to make money while they're holding their cryptocurrency, so that's a massive incentive to hold the KYBER coin. And as it said, there's only really one other cryptocurrency that's really challenging KYBER in terms of liquidity, and that's ZRX or 0x. So it's got the ability to keep doing very well essentially, and to keep going forward. And with this protocol upgrade, I think it can really push on. So let's continue covering this coin because there's a little bit more I want to cover. Again, this is regarding the KATALYST protocol upgrade. The staking and voting will be carried out in epochs, which are fixed periods of time, essentially 2 weeks. And this will result in faster reward distribution and decision making. So you're going to get paid much quicker. However, this will mean more work, but they are expecting individual stakers to delegate their voting power to third-party pools. So there'll be pools, as I said, third-party pools, which will be basically making most of the decision, and you have the option to give your voting power to them. Because not everyone wants to keep voting every 2 weeks. It's just people have better things to do, and some people actually want to be in charge of voting. So if they vote correctly, then they'll get more people delegating their votes to them. So this is going to be great for, as it said before, keeping the ecosystem growing and improving. And this is just a video that they created to explain what KYBER is about and what this new KATALYST upgrade is about.
Should use KYBER networks for their liquidity needs. As an on-chain liquidity protocol, KYBER aggregates liquidity from different sources, providing the best token rates for any application that taps into its token pool. Being fully on-chain also means integration is simpler and faster. Using KYBER, developers can easily build innovative applications, including instant token swap services, token payments, and decentralized financial use cases.
So this is quite a key thing you want to remember, that it's very big in the DeFi space, and DeFi is a very it's a growing industry within cryptocurrency. So you've got decentralized finance, decentralized insurance, decentralized exchanges. All of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are using KYBER. So it's already quite popular, in a space that's growing more and more every day. So it's a key cryptocurrency within that space.
For example, KYBER allows a user to pay for goods and services with ETH while the merchant receives in USD-pegged stablecoins such as DAI.
And just to kind of go over this, liquidity and interoperability is a massive issue in cryptocurrency because there's a lot of fantastic projects, but a lot of them can't actually communicate with each other. So if you have a cryptocurrency that allows kind of token swaps between each other, basically to interact with different projects, that's going to be a massive, massive game changer. Or that is already a massive game changer, and that's why it's so popular so far. And it's only going to continue growing from this.
Traders can also automatically rebalance their token portfolio in a KYBER integrated asset management application. KYBER transactions are performed entirely on the blockchain and thus are fully transparent and verifiable. Today, KYBER is the most used liquidity protocol in decentralized finance. KYBER supports over 70 tokens and 100 dApp integration.
So you can watch that in your own time, but I've kind of covered the main parts already. Now, when is it actually coming out? So this upgrade is scheduled to be completed by the end of June. Now, we're at the beginning of June, so we've got some time to go. But this could create a lot of attention, or it already is creating a lot of attention. And it kind of leads me perfectly into the next part, which is technical analysis. And these kind of events really create, as I said, attention, which could attract kind of more people to invest in the project. That could lead to kind of pump and dump situation, but nonetheless, it could be important for the technicals at the moment. So looking at the technicals, it's looking very good. It's done pretty well so far. So you can see it bottomed out in like a double bottom chart pattern formation. And now it looks like it's in somewhat of a cup and handle chart pattern. And it looks more clearer on the daily. But if I show you what cup and handle is supposed to look like, so these are cup and handle formations, where you have that massive dip, and you've got that rally, and then you've got like a smaller, what looks like a handle, and this being the area of resistance. Let me see if I can find another good one. So again, you've got the cup, where you've got a down wave, an up wave, and then you've got the handle here. Now, if we go back to KYBER, you've got what looks like a down phase, and then the up phase, and then you've got the handle over here. So it's looking very much like a cup and handle formation, and that kind of goes in line with the upgrade that's happening later this month. So you can see here, so it's painting a very good narrative for the upgrade later this month. So I'll probably put in a small bag because I think this is a fantastic project, and the technicals are looking very good right now, especially with this chart formation and the fact that the fundamentals also align with this. It's a very strong project. And it's very popular within the DeFi ecosystem. So for that reason, I'm going to put in a small bag and invest in this project. So that will be all for this video. I hope you got some value from that. It's a great project and the technicals are looking pretty good. So have a look at that if you haven't already done so. And that'll be all for today. Peace.